So welcome to the Hill Amplifier. This is going to be a very interesting build for the south side. This one took a lot of trial and error to get correct, but what I have built here does work, and it works very well, and you will see how well it works So starting down here at the bottom of the ramp, there is no barricade on that side because there are plenty of barricades up there to stop them, trust me. Right up here you have 3 walls, 2 punchers, tiny little lobber shield. And right here you want 4 tiles going all the way across to over here. 1 tile forward, half ramp. There used to be this used to be one of those impacts, but that you don't want any stun traps here, trust me. There's plenty of stun at the top and they are already immune. I don't know what goes on this side, but I have a lot of issues with this trap tunnel. Not this trap tunnel, but on this side I've had so many issues in the past where they're just immune for no reason. So I got rid of all the tire dumps. There are no tire dumps. I have, and then my electric fields actually only start here. All of this is just 4 spikes to take as minor damage as possible so the propane doesn't blow up. This is to kind of help the propane just kind of ease out so they're not blowing up as many if they are to blow up at all. This is where they start taking more heavy damage. All the little ones are usually dead by here. All the little ones are always usually dead by here, no matter what wave you're on. And then the only thing that's going to be coming up here are smashers, husky husk, and then I usually get my taker wave on this amplifier. So I will be running around trying to get away from the takers most of the time. But this is where they start taking the heavy damage. Once they get punched off of this, they go down to this tile. This little it's kind of like a playpen for the husk. That's what I like to call it. It's kind of like a playpen. Up here you have barricades, puncher, dance trap. This is just for assassins. The only thing that'll ever come up here will be a cowboy maybe, and then behind it are just 2 more barricades. And then over on this side, you're gonna punch them off. You want ceilings right up here. Gases above tar pits like normal. Actually, these should probably be reversed. I don't know how I got that mixed up, but it doesn't matter. I only have 3 punchers here because I don't want them being flung off as much. And if anything gets to here, he's already immune to all your stun traps, so there's no need to have a stun trap here. And then this one, of course, the rule always goes as follows: always have one of these, so your husky husk don't skip your traps like they like to do a lot. So I have 3 on the left, and then the 4th one is on the right. So they get punched off, they land down here. They actually do follow, so the way I just heavy attacked against the ceiling, that's actually how they fall down here. This puncher will punch them against that wall over there, and then the ones that get punched off, those 2 punchers, get punched down to here. Now once they're down here, they have 2 options. They can either back up that way and then go through the actual trap tunnel on the west side, which actually kills everything and never has issues. Or they can drop right here, because some of them want to track back through the tunnel, so that's why you leave this tile open. You leave this tile open. So this is the geyser. This is the geyser build for the lava pit, but this also acts as another way trap tunnel for the hill amplifier. And this is a max impact, 5 impact, single durability. And I have a little ramp up here to push them off into the lava for the few that actually do survive and get down to this far. They get launched out into the lava, and then you don't have to worry about them ever again, because the next husk that respawns and replaces them will not be immune. Right here I just have an extra little barricade. There is not a floor beneath it. There is not a floor beneath it. 2 tiles up, extra tile. This kind of acts as a shortcut to get up to the hill. If you ever are, if it ever goes from the lava pit to the hill, you can use this to kind of use it as a shortcut. So you just jump up here, go across here, jump right here, and then you can use a heavy weapon to heavy attack your way up here. And then on top of this trap tunnel, here's the end of the trap tunnel. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles this way. And then on the 7th tile you go 1, 2, 3 to the west. And that covers the whole thing. And then this is part of your lobber shield. The lobber shield should go up 1, over 1, and then up 1. And then right here, there is actually a kill trap beneath this one, so at the end of this little thing, you should have a kill trap, and this is actually where your base goes. So this is kind of the center. I kind of like to see it as the center of gravity of the whole trap tunnel, because it's kind of like seems like the main, because this is where my base goes right here. So you can use this to kind of like know where to build everything. So right here next to it, you have a angled piece. Underneath it is your kill trap to kill the little ones, if any even get back here. You'll sometimes have a smasher hit the wall, not a big deal. But, then they just come back here, and they keep repeating the cycle over and over and over again until they either die or get immune, and then you have to kill them with whatever weapon you choose. So here's the mini boss dance trap for this trap tunnel. There's a 4-wall system here. It's got 2 ramps angled toward the southwest. And then over here you have, this is kind of an interesting build, but it works. You have 2 walls, and then 1, 2. It's kind of like this. You don't want this side boxed in because they have to track in from that side and this side. The mini boss will always go here and start dancing right here. So this is where he will be dancing. You sadly will not get to see this on my test run because I had to go AFK for the last 2 waves. But trust me, they do work. And sometimes if a husk does damage to an amplifier, it stops the mini bosses from dancing. So the whole point of the mini bosses dancing is so you don't have to fight them, because they are very annoying to fight, especially if they have acid pools or damage pulse or vortex or something of the sort. But the amount of barricades you need actually might not be as much as you think you need. Barricades only go back to here. They go 2 tiles from the little ledge, and they go out 1. You don't need any more walls after this. And then it's just a bunch more barricades. And then right here is the base. It goes out 1, 2, and then 3. So 3 barricades from the base. And then out here you have a triple barricade. This kind of acts as 1, and then this side kind of closes in. This is where the this right here is where the punchers are as well. And then back here I have extra barricades, another barricade, and even more barricades to prevent them from tracking on this side. And then under here is a floor. This is the ramp. This is the little ramp right here, so you can kind of use this to gauge where you are and where you should be building. If you want to copy my build, feel free to copy everything you see in this video. That's the reason I'm making it, so people know how to run this after the patch, because I know a lot of people were devastated after they could no longer AFK their Twine endurances, because I was one of those people, and I was determined to fix it. But you cannot AFK this. I don't know a way to AFK it because the kill traps are this trap tunnels just cannot handle the propane. They just can't handle it, because they're always going to be blowing up regardless of what you do now. So right here, this goes floor, and then under these are also floors. So there's technically 4 layers of barricade here, because if a husk did break out these 2 tiles, he can't walk up here without breaking this one and then this one. So that's technically 4 barricades right here. And this goes all the way around up the ramp. And then I will show you the west side here in 1 more minute. I'm just going to be sure I didn't miss anything that's crucial. I built this little... Oh yes, the ramp. That's what I needed to show. The ramp right here. So right next to where the geyser is, directly from the geyser, that's where your ramp starts, and then it just goes over 3 tiles. And what that allows you to do, the only thing that will track up there will be propane, pitchers, and probably lobbers if they ever somehow did get this far. If you ever have a nurse, that's the only reason you're ever going to have anything make it, anything small make it this far at least. But nurses usually stay at the front of the trap tunnel and just heal the husky husk. But this allows the propane to come up through here, and then they have to track all the way around to that side, and then they have to go through this trap tunnel. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to build the west side of the... So the west side of the hill. The west side of the hill starts at the very base of the far north side, right here. And this actually comes in one tile. This doesn't go all the way out. So I put 3 walls here on the outer edge to prevent the flingers from wanting to go here. Far view. Here's a far view of it. They all spawn out here. These barricades come out 2 tiles from this ledge right here. So here's this ledge that comes out 2 tiles. I just have it edited to like so. I don't have any of the weird, I could do this, but I don't want to do that. I haven't had any issues with what I have here, so I'm not going to change it. I have an extra barricade here, and just in case they wanted to beat on this wall. And then under here, I have the 4 tiles. These do not have ceiling. These do not have ceilings on them because you don't want the propane. The more damage traps you have at the front of a trap tunnel, the more the propane are going to blow up. So these wall darts are only to kill the little ones and to make it easier on the dance traps. The dance traps are only for the propane, and sometimes they do kind of act like a stun for miss monsters too, and it kind of helps. But I go with a dynamo here or a Zapple Max. They're the same thing, does not matter. These wooden floor spikes, I should probably give you the build for them. It is crit rating, crit damage, damage, and then heals. That is the build I use for my endurance. These are all mine. These just aren't in 136, but these are the same build. 130 works fine with all these. So if you don't have 144s or anything above 130, don't even stress it, because it doesn't make that big of a difference. It's just better to have 144s. So right at the edge of this tile, right at the base of the, or halfway up the ramp technically, that's where you want your half ramp. Then you want 4 punchers. So starting here, you just want zapper, wall dart, wooden floor spike, puncher. These 3 punchers are actually double impact, double reload, double durability. And then this last one is actually 4 impact, single reload, single durability. You only want 2 tar pits because you don't want them to be too stunned, especially because smashers are the only thing that are ever going to be your problem with here. So you might have to kill a smasher or 2. And that's the reason these aren't AFK-able anymore, is because stuff like that gets immune to your traps, and it's just not a lot of fun. So like usual, same principle with 2 on the right, 1 on the left. This prevents the Husky Husk from walking on the edge of your trap tunnel. Oh, alright, so I totally did not just die in the lava. You didn't see anything. Okay, so this side comes out on the right side, 2 tiles, and then on the left is the 1, and that prevents the Husky Husk from skipping all your tar pits and your punchers, and it kind of helps keep them just centered. That's all it does. And then above the tar pits, of course, are gas traps, and then there is nothing above this one. And then if you have a mini boss on this side, he will walk right here, go directly to this side, and just start dancing right here. And this is where they dance, for both sides actually. And then the thing that makes this trap tunnel work is down here. So next to the bridge, right here next to the bottom of the ramp here, you have 1 tile. You're going to go up 3 and then over 3. So this should be a 3x3 tile, and what this does is that this makes all of the husk land directly in the lava. Some people like to have this a tile back. At least that's how a few of my friends had it built, and they would have punchers lining those walls. Well, I didn't like that very much, so I don't even have a puncher on that wall, because I don't want them landing here at all. But if they do land here, you'll have the occasional Husky Husk or something land, because he got pushed off of like the edge of the ramp, and then he'll hit here, and then he'll hit the side of this, and then he'll fall like right here. But then he just tracks up here, and then he goes over that. That's why you have these edited this way, so he can just walk up here and then just do it all over again, and then he'll die the second time. But the husk from the south side, whenever they track all the way up that ramp and then come around here, they're actually not quite immune yet, so then they either get killed by these by the kill traps here, and then they get pushed off into the lava, guaranteed always. So both of these trap tunnels, this trap tunnel serves 2 purposes, because it also helps out with the south side. The south side is probably the side I've had the most problems with, apart from the Devil Amplifier, and I will show you that later. And then the Lobber Shield over here goes all the way out to here. So use this as your guide. This goes out 2 tiles, and then 2 tiles over it goes up 3 tiles. And then the barricade ends at the base of the little ramp here. So it goes 4 angle pieces, a wall behind it, and then more angle, more angle, more angle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers and then all of them just track up this way, and then they all go up here. But that is it for the hill amplifier, and then the next one will be the bridge. Alright, so welcome to the bridge amplifier. The bridge amplifier is very important because it has to endure wave 20 and wave 30 of the endurance. Those are guaranteed to attack the bridge, and both of them have space rocks as the war games. And on wave 30, you have to deal with 4 mini bosses. Why is this like this? You have to deal with 4 mini bosses on wave 30. And then, let's see, so this is the mini boss dance trap. It's a very, very different design compared to the others. So this, you need 2 walls here, a box, and then the cone and box. So it's going to be built like this. And then on this side, you want a cone facing toward the southeast, 2 more walls, and then this is open. And then you want you just want a little roof above it. I kind of like to have the roof just to keep the space rocks off. Plus, sometimes it gives the large meteor something to aim at if you're not in the mood to shoot it down. Down here, you're gonna have 1 little barricade that actually does help with the tracking, so they don't track this way. They will not break through these barricades if that's there. Starting at the back of the trap tunnel, actually, there's a wooden floor spike, or not wooden floor spike, sorry, retractable floor spike. And I have, ooh, no, not again. Alright, never happened, y'all don't see anything. Okay, so then it goes tire dump, and I have the little muffler facing toward the north. If you didn't know, wherever this muffler is, so let's say I was on this side, and I was placing this tire dump. The muffler is going to be on this side, and it's going to be facing behind me. Wherever this muffler is, that's where the tires push the husk. So they will be pushed this way, off of the ramp. So wherever the muffler is facing is where the husk will be pushed to. So whenever they're on this side, they're going to be walking up this side, and then the tire dumps are actually going to impact them off into the lava, as well as this doing damage to them. So starting at the front of the trap tunnel, you want barricade of first. Barricade right here. 3 tiles, that's all you need. And then out here you just want double barricade with punchers on it. Out here you want this to come out. One, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm sorry, it's right at the ramp. So right at the ramp, you just want to cover that in walls. Put 2 punchers right above it, and want 2 cone pieces. I have them facing like this, just to kind of like on the ramp amplifier, kind of similar concept. And then right behind it, you want more barricades. And these are angled the way they kind of are on the ramp amplifier. And behind here, I just have an extra barricade on this side, even with this hill. So even with this hill, I'm going to stand on the hill so you can see kind of what it looks like. You want barricades facing toward the northwest and then the southwest. And these go back 2 tiles from the ramp. And then on the right side, you want another barricade right here. Then you want a single tile right here, and then right here is where your lobber shield starts. So your lobber shield is going to start 1 tile away from this ramp. So this ramp goes 1 tile forward and then another tile, and this is where your lobber shield begins. And your lobber shield is going to begin even with this. So right here it goes up 2 and then out 1. And And this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 tiles over, and then that's where your base goes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you where your base goes, so you can use this as a guide. So under here, these are those little. This is the ledge right here. There's a ledge right here next to the ramp, and your base is gonna go right above that ledge, and there's a barricade underneath your base. And I usually do in the endurance. I usually do that so it protects my base from the space rocks. But right next to it, this is the trap tunnel. So your base is going to be on that tile, and then the trap tunnel's right here. And the trap tunnel starts with one puncher on this side. The barricade comes out to this ramp, and they actually don't even. You might get one hush track up here, but all of them actually go around this side. And then they track up this side, and then they come around. And then this puncher actually prevents clogging. If they do decide to track up this way, it kind of helps prevent clogging. And that's all that does. And then right here, you're going to start off right next to this ledge. You want 2 punchers here. All of these punchers are double impact, double reload, double durability. This is just for flingers. The only thing that will come here is a flinger. But with this built that way, you shouldn't have any flinger issues. So this lobber shield should go out to this tile. Go over, actually it should be 3 wide, and then it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles out, and then you gotta kind of make an L shape here, and then that's where the other lobber shield starts. And then they all get pushed out into the lava here, and if the ones that do get pushed from this one get pushed out to here, and then they get pushed out into the lava from here. And you never have any, nothing ever is immune on this side because it's all getting killed in the lava. And the same thing, that's the same concept is on the hill amplifier for the west side, and then the pit amplifier as well. It's always the same concept, is to kill them in the lava. So use the lava to your advantage here. On all of these amplifiers where you can push them in the lava, do it, because it saves you a lot of traps and it saves you a lot of headache. And this is it for the bridge. It's actually not that complex of a build. And in the next part, I will be showing you the pit, the devil, and the ridge amplifier. The ridge is a very, very awesome build. I love. I think that might be one of my favorite trap tunnels, is the ridge. But here's the bridge, and this barricade comes out too. Actually, should have shown that earlier. But that is it for the bridge. Alright, so I actually just realized I had completely forgotten to show this side of the mini-boss dance trap for the bridge amplifier. So on this side, on these 2 walls right here, make sure that these 2 tiles are placed. So if anything from the bridge or the pit amplifier does get flung out to here, so I don't know what happens, just sometimes you'll have a husk somehow get back here, but he'll start walking up here, and then this will fling him back into the lava. And this also helps with the for the bridge itself. You'll sometimes, I'm not sure how it happens, but I have had it on a couple runs where a husk will somehow, he'll get pushed down onto like this ledge from that puncher. He'll somehow land on this ledge right here. I'm not sure how it happens, but you know, it happens sometimes. So then he'll walk this way, and then when he walks up here, he's gonna want to go, he tracks to the right because the computer he's trying to destroy is on this side. So if these punchers are here, it prevents that from, prevents your amplifier from taking damage. I just thought I'd go ahead and point that out, and that's why these 2 are here. And these are also the double impact, double reload, double durability punchers. Okay, so here is the pit amplifier. This is kind of based off Kirby's build still. I did do the main modification The main modification I did for this one was I got rid of all the stun traps that were right here, and these are the only 2 stun traps that I have. So these prevent the propane from blowing everything up, and then everything gets pushed out into the lava. And this thing goes over 3 and up 4, and you need it to go up 4 because if you don't, then they actually all hit this wall at the top here, and then they fall right down into the lava, and it kills everything except for the mist monsters, of course, which just don't die in the lava for some reason. But on this side it starts, that's where my tile is that holds the whole thing up. And then it goes out to the left and the right of it. And that wall right there is what makes this trap tunnel work so well. So this build starts all the way over here to the very edge. You just start off immediately with punches. So right next to this, one tile away from this ledge, you just start 3 walls, and then on the 4th wall, you go back a tile, you put a half floor piece, another wall, going out again. So these are all edited half tiles. Then you have 2 edited half tiles, and then you want one of these walls so they don't walk in here and get stuck right here. And then these punchers will keep them away from the ramp itself. So here's the ramp. So the ramp starts here. You want 2 walls here so they don't walk back here. This wall right here, I think even... Okay, so this is the last wall to the right of the ramp whenever you're walking up it. And then it goes out 3 tiles and you just barricade all in. My barricade at the top of the ramp starts, I have a single tile here, and then I have floor pieces all underneath, and then above those floor pieces I have just normal cones. And then this tile right here is empty. There's nothing that goes there. Right here, this is where the trap tunnel is. There are traps. This is where all the kill traps are. They will all be tracking right under here. And I put this little barricade here just so they don't beat on this wall. So under here, starting here actually, right on the ledge. So you want your lobber shield to start on the final piece of the ledge. And this goes over 2 from this ramp. I've never seen that bomb land that many times. So right there at this ramp, this goes over 2 tiles, comes up 2, and then of course you're going to go down 1 once you get to the ledge itself, so then it comes over all the way. And then I stopped right here because these come out an extra tile and they'll never fling from here. Plus you get very few that actually want to go over here, and these punchers kind of help keep them off the walls. Now on the test run that you're going to see, I do have a smasher, and he breaks this puncher right here. Not sure why he was doing it, but he did. But I'll show you how I handle that, and it's a lot of fun the way I handle it, and I'm sure a lot of people will love it. But all these barricades, just place them everywhere. Alright, so the barricades go as shown here, starting here from the ledge. Just ramps going forward on the first 3 tiles, and then going back on just on these 2 tiles, they're all facing directly forward. And then on these ones starting over, they're facing toward the southwest. Then all of these are facing towards the southwest except for these 2. These 2 are facing directly forward because any husk that wants to go through here, he's going to want to track directly that way. So these barricades, starting from here, they go 1 tile, 1 tile, 2 tiles, 3 tiles, 4 tiles, 5 tiles, 6 tiles, 7 tiles, 8 tiles, 9 tiles with 2 walls behind this one. So there's 9 tiles worth of barricades starting from here all the way to the front. And then right here, these are just 4 tiles going up the ramp. Over right here, there's more barricades facing toward the northwest. And then behind it, here are the extra barricades. This bomb is, as you can see, I got it condensed down to a 2x2 tile. And if you're wondering how I did that, I have a 4 tile right here, and then I have 2 4 tiles underneath here. You don't need anything else besides those 3 tiles. So you might think you might want some under here, but under here there is not a 4 tile. You can just see the grass. There's not a 4 tile underneath any of these ones except for this one, and this one. And then you want to bring this wall completely out on this side, and then you want it right on the edge of the ramp. You want to bring forth and then put a door so you can travel to and from this amplifier to this one. Now the barricade on top of the hill itself, so here's the ramp, here's the top of the ramp, and then I instantly started putting walls. So these walls stretch out, they go back 4, over 2, and they're all facing different ways. So these ones are all kind of facing towards each other, and then the ones all on these sides all face toward the southwest. And then this one faces toward the southwest, and I put 2 extra walls there. I could probably get rid of those, honestly. Yeah, I think I will. Those are not necessary. Okay, so this is at the edge of the ramp. I was just being sure so you guys know where to place it. And then at the top of the ramp here's that one single floor tile. You come up 1, and then just back 2. Back 1. And then you don't need any barriers here. There's no need for that. Just everywhere back until here. Go forward 4. All of these are facing towards the ramp itself, so they don't want to track up here. And then these ones are all behind the trap tunnel itself. Now these ones are actually suspended in the air. Now I'm going to show you that right now. I have more barricades right here. So these ones are actually suspended in the air. This is not the trap tunnel. This is a barricade. The trap tunnel is on top of this ledge. That's the trap tunnel. So these barriers are right behind the trap tunnel, and your base is going to go above this, so it doesn't get blown up by all the propane. And then back here's the puncher. Here's the front, there's the ramp. So you're going to want to put 1 tile, puncher on this wall, and then you're going to want 1 tile back, and then another wall here, and then behind it, just nothing but barricades. And this is also a barricade right here, facing towards the southwest. And then here are the rest of the barricades. I go down another tile. See there's no wall there. All the little places where I leave walls off, I was doing that to conserve spaces because some of the walls were just unnecessary. And oh, by the way, these 2 walls, since my trap tunnel comes out an extra tile, if you don't have this here, if any husk or smasher gets to this tile, he'll just walk off the edge and he'll skip this tile completely. So as long as these 2 are here, he will get flung off this way and right out into the lava, right over there. And I think on that puncher I actually have 4 impacts. But my ramp, I have a little ramp right here just so I can get up easier. My ramp starts right here, next to this ramp. 1 tile off the ground, goes up 2, and then it goes right here. I edited these, I edited this, like so, and then here's where the start of the trap tunnel, or the end of the trap tunnel is. And as you can see, I got the same little concept right here on the left side, and then all the others are on the right side. And now the trap sco is shown. This trap combination works really well. These 2 stun traps just prevent the propane from blowing everything up. And then back here, these tar pits are only for the guys that make it past this puncher, because most of them, all the little ones die to the kill traps, and then the husky husk and the smashers are the only thing that are going to be coming through here, as well as blasters. Those things will make it through as well. But I've never had anything make it past this one, and the only thing that did was a smasher, because these punchers were reloading at the time he walked through, and it was a firestorm, so the first tar pit didn't affect him, but the second one did. That's why you have 2 tar pits for the firestorm, if it happens to attack this amplifier. And then down here, this is really strange, but this huge box is actually just more barricade, and it's not all solid. It's actually pretty hollow. I'll show you that now. So like this is just a single floor piece with ramps with cones above it, and that is directly above the amplifier. So it should be even with the top of the amplifier. This bottom box, and I'll go in here so you can see how it's built. This bottom box is just 4 cones, 4 floor pieces, and then 2 by 2 by 1 box, and then above it is the same thing. And to be honest, I could probably get rid of the floor tiles under here, save some space if I need to, but since I'm already underbuilt, I don't need to do that. But if I ever need more space, that's where you would break it, because it's not, you don't need all of the barricade. This is just here to make the husk go toward the south side of the trap tunnel. So this barricade right on the top of the hill comes down a tile, and I instantly start it here, all facing toward the northwest. Goes back 4 tiles from the start of the hill, and then I place the walls on the back. And then here is right above the amplifier. Your amplifier is right here. And then you're going to come out 3, and then I lifted this one up just in case I fell in here. I didn't have to heavy attack out, so that's not really necessary, but if you want to do that, feel free. And then down here, I'm going to show you how I have my mini boss set up. So on wave 5, you can sometimes get it attacked on this side. So I'm gonna measure this from the cave, from the geyser cave. So you go 1 tile forward, you go 2 walls, a tile here, I can never remember, the roof tile here, it's facing toward the southwest. Then you're gonna go another tile, a floor piece, this floor piece here, actually I don't think I need that. This floor piece here comes right here, and then you're gonna have a box, and then a box. So as you can see, it's another double box system, and the mini boss, he should walk down this ramp right here, and there are 4 tiles underneath these. So there's a 4 tile there and a 4 tile there, and then you have the 2 ramps here that are angled up, and then it goes up 1, and then your ramp should start here. So the mini boss, he will walk down this way, and then he will jump off this, and then he should walk this way. Now sometimes he will be right here, but you can put a piece here and a piece here if you want, then angle it that way, and that should bring it back. But since I never AFK this base, usually I used to back before the stun trap nerf. This base was 100% AFK pretty much. But now that the stun traps are nerfed, I don't know one person who can AFK a Twine endurance anymore, but this base works for me. You don't have to fight anything, at least. All you gotta do is move your base around. But there's a bunch of barricades behind here going underneath the ramp itself, or the rock here. So it comes over 1, 2, then it goes out and another, kind of like a Tetris shape. If anyone knows Tetris, you'll know what I mean. And then there's the double box system, and then you want another angle piece here with the wall behind it. And the mini boss should dance. He should start dancing. He jumps down there. And then I brought this wall out to the side here, and then it stops there. And that's about as far as the barricades go for this amplifier. I know it seems like a lot, but trust me, it works really well. You will see that when I show you the test run video. Part 1 and Part 3 will be in the link in the description below.